Calgary. Well, Breakfast Television's Meet the Leaders series continues this morning with a very familiar face in our city. David Swann became interim leader of the Alberta Liberal Party earlier this year when Raj Sherman stepped down. Swann taking back the reins of a job he held from 2008 to 2011. Polls show the Liberals in fourth place right now. There is a margin of error, but David Swann does have his work cut out for him. David joins us this morning. Thank you so much for coming in.
Very glad to be here.
Good to see you again. Been reading some quotes about you, and you say you have realistic expectations, shooting for the official opposition status. How are things going for you and the Liberals during this campaign?
We're out on the doors. We're meeting with Albertans across this province. People are saying anything but conservative.
Okay.
And in many cases, we are the centrist, experienced, moderate opposition.
Okay.
So we're getting a lot of support.
Okay, so anything but conservative. Is that a concern to you when you consider that you only had 30-ish candidates ready to go out the gate? I mean, is that a concern?
No, this government should take responsibility for the snap election a year out from when it was planned. We are all in the opposition parties scrambling to get our full slates of really credible candidates. We don't pick anybody. We now have 47 candidates, of which 25% roughly are women. So we're pleased with the quality of the candidates and their commitment to Alberta.
Okay, when you're going door to door, I mean, what are you hearing is the main issue? Is it the budget that came down? Is it cuts on specific areas, or what?
Mr. Prentice's budget is hurting average Alberta families. We're leaving too many people behind in this province with their tax increases and fee increases that affect not their corporate buddies, not his golfing buddies, but average Albertans. People are irritated.
Okay.
Our plan exactly is to increase taxes on the large corporations, to eliminate small business tax, to eliminate that health fee that he's proposing, and to reduce tax on those that earn under $50,000 a year.
Okay, taxing large corporations and eliminating the tax on small businesses. A lot of, in the city of Calgary, large corporations are mostly energy companies. Do you think this is going to alienate a lot of voters doing that, or do you think it's going to do the opposite thing? I
think most Albertans feel that tax burden should be shared fairly. And it looks like Mr. Prentice is carrying on the long-standing Tory tradition of letting the large corporations and his wealthy friends off the hook. We think they should be sharing in this wonderful society that needs support for sustained funding and protecting the public interest.
Okay, we have 2+ weeks, give or take a few days, till it's voting day on the 5th of May. What's next for you? What's next for the party as we kind of count down to the election day?
We're focusing on 3 areas. One, trusted leadership. We think Mr. Prentice has a real problem with trust in the public sphere. Secondly, urban issues, infrastructure, stable funding for the municipalities that are struggling to maintain the tremendous growth pressures that are on them, and the progressive issues, the issues like the gay-straight alliances, the early childhood development challenges that young families are facing, and child care issues, equal pay for work of equal value. Women are left behind in this culture more than any other province. We have unequal pay for women in this province. That has to change.
If people want to find out more about you, David, or the Liberal Party itself, how do they do that?
www.albertaliberal.com. We are the alternative to this government.
All right, thank you very much. Dr. David Swann, running as an MLA again this time around, and also as the interim Liberal leader, taking on Jim Prentice and the Tories this time around, Rachel Motley for the NDP, and of course Greg Clark for the Alberta Party, and Brian Jean for the Wild Rose. Thank you for coming in. Good to see you again, David.